Heat 9, and if we haven't had everything but the kitchen sink thrown on track in the first 8 heats, it's now starting to rain, and that makes pole position a tough place to start for Jamie Gelder in Pontefract Pirates. He'll be the first into turn 1 at racing speed, and if he's lucky, the first to brake hard for hairpin 1. That gives Shane Kelly an opportunity to go round the outside if he's man enough for Team Sport. Heat winner Joe Bailey starts Brentwood Bandits on grid 15, and local knowledge may well prove key, so look out for Heat 6 winner Steve White for Teesside Tigers on grid 18. And they know about rain, sleet and snow at Warden Law, so Jay Taylor for the Throttle Warriors will be right at home at grid 22. And he'll have good company in Ollie Brown in Birmingham Wheels ahead of him on grid 20. Well, rolling up to the start then, Gelder takes the green flag, he's looking to his left. Shane Kelly's going round the outside into turn 1. Oh, and Gelder's spun, and he's collected 2, 3, 4 carts. Through the S's, it's Shane Kelly for Team Sport ahead of Daniel Smith for Oldbury Dragons. Steve White going down the inside of Teesside Thunder, and Simon McWilliams going to work on his bumper. Lakeside Lions up to 4th place, trying to turn in for hairpin 2, but Teesside Thunder take it back. And McWilliams is down to 5th. Ollie Brown and Elliot Cotton threading their way through the midfield. Here comes Steve White to 2nd. Up the inside, he's drifted off the corner. He's turning into hairpin 3. Can he get it a turn? Yes, he can. Oh, but Daniel Smith's lost it on the greasy track, and he's collected Teesside Thunder. Lid Clark carts on the grass, trying to avoid them. Cotton on the left, Brown on the right, fighting over 4th place. Remember, they started on grids 20 and 22. So Kelly leads for Team Sport from Steve White for Teesside Tigers. Simon McWilliams for Lakeside Lions in 3rd. Michael Perbody for Leicester Alley Cats 2 in 4th. Ollie Brown closing in and coming down the inside. Lifts his visor here, get a better view. Can't get it done, and Perbody takes it back. Into hairpin 2. Elliot Cotton for the Throttle Warriors, looking for a way past Ollie Brown. Puts him on the grass, and Brown does not like that. Cameron McLean in 3 legs behind. Cotton takes a high line. Brown comes back underneath, searching for grip. Braking early, turning in. Cotton goes a long way in, finds the grip halfway across the track. Brown cuts back inside. Cameron McLean coming through for 3 legs. Cotton goes round the outside. Brown gives him room. An overstart finish to start lap 4. In 4th place. Perbody's pulled out 5-6 kart lengths. Here comes Brown again down the inside. Can he hold the inside curve? We cut back to the leader. And now it's Steve White going up the inside of Shane Kelly. But it's not the quick way through the corner in the wet. And Kelly gets the momentum and takes it back. White though closing on his bumper off hairpin 2. He's got a good run and it's going through. Steve White leads for Teesside Tigers. Can he hold that inside curve? No, he can't. He's wandered off to halfway across the track. He's on the rubbish on the outside where the grip is. Kelly misses his turn in on the karting line. Steve White now going round the outside where all the rubbish is. He's found the grip. He's picking up the throttle and he's pulling clear of Shane Kelly. Ollie Brown now trying to hold off Ben Highland for Loopy Pistons leads, who's now dropped into a fight with Cameron McLean in 3 legs. Cotton is released and he's ahead of Michael Perbody. Cameron McLean looking for a way past Ben Highland. Highland runs wide, quite possibly deliberately. He's searching for grip. The trouble is, once you've found some, you build up the speed. Can he get it stopped? Highland goes a long way in. Brown comes back underneath and goes through, and he's straight on to Michael Perbody, and he takes the position from him. And Highland's going to get a run on Leicester Alley Cats too. You can see the rain on the camera. Now Steve White up front is playing that dangerous game that karters play. The best grip and traction is round the outside of the corner, but at the same time there's no room for error going too deep, and you'll understeer straight off, and there's no coming back on wet grass. So down into turn 1, you can see Kelly in the background. White offline, gentle on the throttle, no sudden inputs, trying to avoid the nasty curves at Teesside in the S's. We're looking for third place. Lakeside Lions, Simon McWilliams. And over his shoulder, Elliot Cotton for the Throttle Warriors has dropped Ollie Brown, who in turn has dropped Ben Highland. Here comes Joe Bailey, picking up a spot from Scott Webb in Pontefract Punishers. On-board camera here with Steve Allen for Stockton Sprinters. Off the throttle, understeer. Now trying to pick up the throttle, trying to catch the slide when it comes. Turning in again. Nothing happens. Then it bites at the front end. And then you've got to stop the tail from coming round. Shane Kelly in second. Team Sport. Scott Webb down the inside of Henry Cutts. Oh, and Cutts has spun out. The slightest tap from Webb and he's gone. And Teesside Thunder have collected somebody. Steve Allen arrives. The grip has gone. Now it's about being smooth and anticipating what the kart's going to do next. Joe Bailey has caught up with Scott Webb and goes down the inside. His next target is Cameron McLean. Webb getting squirrely under braking. We go back on board with Steve Allen down to the hairpin. Oh, it's tricky. Oh, he's got a long way in. He's lost it off throttle. Applied the brakes. Rear wheel drive. No weight over the front wheels. No power either. And he's just spun out. And now his confidence looks to be shot. So Elliot Cotton has passed Simon McWilliams for Lakeside Lions as we're moving into the closing stages. Steve White looking comfortable as you can be in these conditions. Shane Kelly now holding him. We're looking for third. There's Cotton. There's McWilliams. Ollie Brown coming into shot. Cotton trying to get it turned. Almost ran out of road. Picking up the traction, trying to keep the revs up. Perbody on the karting line. Winward goes narrow, looks quicker halfway through the corner, but look at the ground that he's lost because Perbody remained on the throttle longer and kept the revs up. Jessica Beige looking down the inside of George Arrow. Teesside Angry Birds looking to pick up a spot here from Worcester Raptors. Arrow goes in deep. Beige able to turn inside. Now he's going to take a wide line in. And look at the advantage she's getting off the corner. Two-thirds of a lap ahead. Steve White, your leader's now running into lap traffic. Dan Smith just can't live with his speed and goes a lap down. There's a spinner in hairpin 3 and this could probably turn out to be the most difficult aspect now for Steve White. Trying not to trip over a back marker or get nailed by them as they try and emulate his braking points. 2 laps from the finish. Oh, there's a squeeze at the elbow, but he's through. Taking that wide line again, looking for tarmac that's fresher, that offers more grip. Tries to avoid the curbs and the white lines. And behind, Shane Kelly's running behind Dan Smith, down the inside into hairpin 1. White already going out to hairpin 2 as Cotton comes through the S's. Simon McWilliams settling for 4th, Ollie Brown settling for 5th. Ben Highland might still have an idea to close in and pass. Kelly in traffic, probably in the best place he could. Around the big bend and the back straight. Just off the racing line where there's some grip. Running wide, oh, and I think that's Perbody that spun and collected Cameron McLean. The final lap board is going out to Steve White in Teesside Tigers. He's in range of a second win. Shane Kelly starts his final lap, taking a wide line into turn 1. White's already through the S's. So Kelly, 6 seconds behind. Comfortably going to finish second, so long as he can keep it on the island. Cotton's dropped Mac Williams. And look at the lead he's got over Ollie Brown. Ireland not making an impression, settling for 6th. Looking back from the rear bumper of Steve White, Teesside Tigers. 2 corners from the finish. Gets it turned in. He's at home with the conditions here at Teesside. Picking up the throttle. He can coast it to the finish now. It's a straight line virtually. Steve White wins Heat 9. It's his 2nd win of the day. And that's good enough to give him 3rd in the sprint's points race. Shane Kelly is going to come through and finish in 2nd for Team Sport. Elliot Cotton finishes 3rd. And in the overall sprints points competition, Danny Harwood has won the individual crown. From Brad Philpott, Steve White finishes 3rd, Jay Taylor finishes in 4th place. 3 drivers in the top 10 is enough to give Throttle Warriors the team points prize ahead of Birmingham Wheels and Pontefract Punishers.